Okay, boys and girls, today we're going to talk about finger knitting, okay? It's a fun way to learn how to knit really easily and fairly quickly. It makes these cords of knitted fabric that you can put together to make things, maybe a scarf or a purse or something like that. So, in order to do finger knitting, all you need really is a pair of scissors and some yarn. I like to use the thicker sort of chenille yarn just because it makes a nicer, more connected piece of fabric. Yours will be closer together than mine will be because my fingers are bigger than yours are. Okay, so to get started, you just need your hand. You're going to lay your piece of yarn across your hand and maybe hold it with your thumb like that. You're not going to use this end anymore, okay? You're going to use the end that's attached to the ball of yarn. And I'm going to start by going around the back of my my pointer finger, over the top of the middle, behind the ring, over the top of the pinky. I'm going to go around the pinky, behind it, over top of the ring finger, behind that middle finger, and then over top of the pointer. And you'll see now I have one row of rings or stitches on each finger. I'm going to continue using that end that's attached to my ball of yarn. I'm going to go around the pointer, behind, around, behind, and then I need to come back again by going around that pinky, in front of the ring finger, behind of the middle, and in front of the pointer. Now you'll see I've got 2 rings on each one of those fingers. Okay, I'm only going to use my 4 fingers, my thumb's out of it except for holding on to this little end that we're not going to use anymore. So the next step is kind of fun. The lower ring on each finger I'm going to put over top of the upper ring like that and pull it to the back. Lower ring right here, over top. You can even bend your fingers to help it out a little bit. Lower ring over top, and then the last one, lower ring over top like that. Now I only have 1 set of rings on my fingers. I'm going to find that end that's attached to the ball of yarn, and I'm going to do it again, the same thing that we did before. Behind the index, in front of the middle, behind the ring, in front of the pinky, all the way around the pinky, okay, in front of the ring finger, behind the middle finger, in front of the pointer. And you'll see again, I've got my 2 rings. Every time you have 2 rings, you're going to pull the bottom ring over like that. Bottom ring over, and like I said before, you can bend your finger. Bottom ring over, bottom ring over, okay? And you're going to see the fabric starts to form in the back over here, okay? And you're just going to keep going with that same process. And once you've done a couple of rows, you can let go of that one that's in your thumb, okay? So I'm going to keep going using the string that's attached to the ball of the yarn, behind my pointer, in front of the middle, behind the ring, in front of the pinky, around, in front of the ring finger, behind the pointer, and then, behind the middle, sorry, in front of the pointer. 2 rings, I'm going to pull it over, okay? Gently pull it over, like that. Gently pull it over, like that. Gently pull it over, like that. And you're just going to keep going exactly the same way until you run out of yarn. You can see I've got a really nice piece of fabric forming in the back behind my hand. Alright, so we'll come back in a little bit to tell you how to take it off when your yarn's all gone. Thanks. Bye.